think they're mainly for divorced parents. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like if you were a kid of a ugly divorce, they're like, let's make this better. Let's just celebrate Christmas in July.
I couldn't get you anything today, Billy, but come July, it's on layaway.
Exactly.
Chef Dyke Michael's making food, and he's making comedy too. Thaddeus J. McKee is co-hosting with the guy I mentioned previously. Sauce Boss Zach's on the 1 to 2, so good he calls them 2s and 3s. And as always, there's a guest who'll be sure to please.
Harder Brunch. Hi, and welcome to Harder Brunch Podcast. I'm your host, Dyke Michaels, and with me, as always, my co-host, Thaddeus J. McKee.
Slap it, pappy. Wah, wah.
On the ones and twos, the wheels of steel, the sauce boss of Indianapolis, and the last woke dragon. Give it up for Zach Rohn.
Hey there.
I thought of a new nickname for Zach. I looked up because he made that mustard sauce last week, and it was in French, and it was it moutard?
Moutard, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I looked up what the French word for a mustard boss would be, and it's patron moutard.
Oh, Patron Moutard.
Patron Moutard. I think that's a new nickname for you.
You can put the Patron.
Patron.
On it. Yeah.
Patron?
Yeah.
That's more like Spanish, though, right?
Yeah, but I want to mix them.
Okay. Patron Moutard?
Yeah.
Patron Moutard. It does sound like a general of like some type of...
some sort of sauce, overtaking.
Yeah.
Let's get moutarded in here.
Oh, no? Okay. Wow.
I don't know about that, but...
Wow.
What? Okay. I was just thinking of Black Eyed Peas song. I don't know. And a very special guest with us in studio, podcaster extraordinaire from the Follow D Money podcast. Give it up for Stretch Talley, everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to the show.
Hey.
Stretch.
I am not a moutard.
You are not. You are not. You
I'm
are
not.
It does sound like a disabled cow.
I'm not a moutard.
I didn't want to say that.
So you have a lot of people ask me like everyone knows you, and no one knows what you do.
I don't do anything.
And I'm like
a podcast.
I'm like, yeah, but you also you're a man about town.
I am.
Yeah.
You're a man about town, and like you're like one of those guys that's like he's got like a little finger in everything. You know,
that's true.
Right.
That's true.
You're the type of guy like if like you're at a party, like if someone's shaking your hand, like oh that guy must be important. Whoever's shaking your hand, like oh he knows some things.
Yeah. So I know a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I do have my hand in a lot of things. I try to be involved with a lot of different organizations and people. And the podcast allows that to happen. But I do have a 9-to-5 job where I work at Southwest Airlines. And, I have a family. So I'm a normal guy, but I'm an extraordinary guy when it comes to everything that I got my hand in.
Absolutely.
What do you do at Southwest?
Make sure the planes don't crash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Air traffic controller?
Or
So
pilot.
I do operations. So I do operations, which means I maintain the weight and balance of the plane. Everybody who gets on the plane, all the weight, all the freight and bags, I make sure the fuel is correct and everything goes well during flight.
And sometimes you have to kind of run back and forth to make sure it's balanced.
Yeah, if they need one more person, I'll stand on the wing.
Yeah, we need more weight in the back. That's dope.
But also, I do marketing for them, so I've been on billboards, commercials, and all that stuff. Yeah, I've done all that.
Nice.
Like he's crunching the numbers, but he's also handsome. Like we need to use all parts of the buffalo here. So I knew you had a podcast, and I actually hadn't like sat down and listened to it until this week. And I went through and I listened to I curated some clips of some different episodes. Yeah. And I got to tell you, it was I really enjoyed it. It was like because I wasn't quite sure. I was like follow the money. I was like I always thought it was like you were giving like a financial advice to people.
A lot of people think that. Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, man, he probably knows how to handle money well.
Right. But the concept of the Follow D Money podcast came from my real name is Dwayne. Nobody knows that till now.
Hey, okay.
But a lot of people call me D Money. So my large network I decided I'm gonna start a podcast because I have so many people who I know who are successful, and we have conversations all the time. And my podcast kind of centers around how they became successful. And it's a play on words because I want people to follow D Money following D Money. If that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And you seem to be a kind of person that's like, knowing you kind of in, like tangentially and like out in public and stuff, and then like listening to the podcast, I was like, you seem to be the kind of person that really loves collaboration.
I love it.
And and I am too. I mean, everything that I do is collaboration.
Right.
And so like I really enjoyed it. I kind of picked I kind of randomly picked 2 episodes.
Yep.
And one episode was there was a former police officer.
Todd McComas or
it was the one he had come on like multiple times.
Chris Wilburn.
Yes.
Chris Wilburn, yeah.
And like listening to conversation with him. One, it's really interesting to me because with everything going on in the world, I don't think a lot of white people don't understand like when I say like I'm glad when I see a black cop. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They don't understand it like, cops are bad, and I'm like, first of all, that's my life. Like, how dare you?
You can't steal that too.
And second of all, it's just like I have a like that kind of fair shake that I feel like most white people think that they're going to get from a cop. That's how I feel when I see a black cop. You know, I'm like, okay, when stuff goes down, he's probably going to, he or she will probably give me a fair shake, you know?
Yeah.
And so like, I like black, like I like seeing black.
Yeah. I think that perception has changed over the years, being as that I'm from Los Angeles, and we've always felt like black cops were out there trying to show off for white cops. You know, we get our ass whooped way quicker by a black cop.
Yeah, like Boys in the Hood.
But I think that has changed. I think that a lot of cops out there of color try to lessen the blow a little bit. I think they make it easier for us, or try to make us to feel a little more safe in traffic stops and things like that. In my experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've been hit by a white cop and I've been hit by a black cop. Black cops don't hit you as hard.
They hit softer.
They still, still hit you. You're still getting hit like,
I agree.
But I see what you're doing.
Thank you.
You deserved it both times, however.
I did deserve it both times.
Belligerent.
I punched them first. Like, it was inappropriate.
And you're here.
Yeah.
So they didn't. Yeah, they were nice to you.
Yeah.
But I like having seeing those conversations being had.
Yeah.
Because like there was some kind of like uneasy questions, kind of like like wasn't like sugar and spice conversation. So like I really enjoyed that. And then the other one was it was Dr. Victoria
Wilburn, that's his wife.
Oh man, that's a power couple right there.
That's his wife. Yeah.
And then like she was running for I was like, I'm going to go
Indiana House.
Yeah, I was like, I'm going to go up there and vote for it.
Go vote for Indiana Victoria Wilburn this coming November in the midterm elections. Indiana House representative. I think everybody should vote for her. She's a great candidate.
Yeah, I mean. Just listening to the interview, also I feel like I'm easily swayed. You just have to.
He's like, just talk to you. You got my vote.
Yeah. So, wow, she is smart. Yeah. Like, I don't know.
You got it.
She could be a supervillain.
Right. Right.
Like I don't know. Like the idea of having people set policy that are familiar with, you know, the nuts and bolts of the policy that's been. I was like. And then I was like, I'm 2 episodes in, and I'm like, this is like the black NPR. Like this is like it's a really phenomenal podcast.
I like that. Thank you, man.
And
I appreciate that.
and I like the people that you choose to talk to.
Yeah.
And it's a good interview style.
Thank you.
It's completely different than what we look. I'm terrible at interviewing people.
No, you're not. You're doing a great job right now.
Listen, if you want to do a spin-off podcast, we could call it Nap NPR Nap PR.
Nap PR.
Nap PR, yeah.
Naptown, Blacktown, NPR.
Okay.
I like the black NPR.
I want to do that.
You guys can't steal it now. Copyright.
Yeah, well, I was trying to figure out a way. So one of the reasons why I started the podcast is because I'm from LA, right? Mm-hmm. And the response that I get from my people in LA is, why the fuck are you still in Indiana?
Oh, okay.
Like what keeps you there?
Yeah, tell them.
Yeah, and it took me 10 years to accept Indiana as a place where I stay and live, but I'm still a Cali boy. I'm LA through and through, always. Okay. But
who are your teams, real quick? People want to know.
So I am a Broncos fan because I was born in Denver.
Oh, okay.
I'm a Broncos fan, but But I'm a USC fan. I'm a Laker fan. I'm a huge Dodgers fan, and I'm a Kings fan.
Okay.
So I'm all LA team except the Broncos.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can hate me or whatever.
Not the Raiders though.
I fucking hate the Raiders, bro. I fucking hate the Raiders. Everybody knows that too.
What brought you to Indy?
Family. Got married out here and had kids. Yeah. So I'm out here. Have 3 kids.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. People don't know a lot about my personal life because I keep it out of that stuff pretty much.
I mean, it's probably good.
Yeah.
I have the opposite problem. I tell everything. It's like,
yeah, I like the persona to be what people know about me. And then if you're in my circle, then you know.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
You know.
Yeah.
I know you love your mom and you bring her
You
around.
know that. You know everybody knows my mom. You got to listen to the podcast with my mom.
Okay.
It's a very good one. Everyone likes that one. Yeah. She's a very remarkable woman. But yes, I do love my mom, my sister, and my dad. Like we are a very tight knit family. And my parents are divorced, but they're best friends.
Oh, that's so.
Yeah, super dope. We still do family pictures.
Really? Man.
Yeah.
A lot of the divorced kids right now are like getting jealous. Like, what?
They're like, what? Yeah, exactly.
They can be in the same room with each other? That's possible legally?
Right. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, but it makes it easier as an adult and to like raising my kids, seeing that. You know what I mean? Like their grandparents love each other. They can be around each other. They can come to the same room. They know each other's significant others and they're cool with it.
Yeah.
Not a problem at all.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's dope.
It's like, so you're from Los Angeles. I definitely feel, and I don't know if it's the internet, the times are changing, but like when I was younger, it seemed like everything involving blackness, it seemed to be so much more competitive or like intersegregated. It's like East Coast, West Coast, or you're this or you're that, or you're not from this neighborhood. You know, it was just like, you're not on my team. And now I don't know when the switchover happened, but it seems like when I went for the first time into a black room, I always say I showed up at like a family reunion. I was someone's cousin that they hadn't seen in a while, and they had a plate for me.
Right. You're talking about a black comedy room.
Yeah. Not just a dark room without lights on.
First time I saw black people.
He's in a black room.
Yeah. Like, everybody knows what a black room is.
Full of black people.
Oh yeah, I haven't heard about these black rooms.
In comedy, there's the black
room, right?
But also like everyone that I've like kind of talked to, being an adult and stuff now, it just seems like everything is about community. It is about cooperation.
Yeah. I mean,
the gates all seem to be open. Everyone seems to be on the same team, and I'm like, did social media bring people together? Was there a certain It seems like the shift has kind of changed from like, it's not so much about like, is this person from my neighborhood? Is this kind of like we're on the same team?
I think
now.
people will argue that social media kind of keeps that alive, but I think the climate of our country and the world kind of shifted it. Where I think what's going on now in the world kind of draws everyone together. Not only black people, but white, gay, Mexican. Everybody is drawn together because we have a common like goal to be equal in certain areas. So I don't think social media is the answer to solving the answer of community, but I think community, like we can't do this on our own.
Yeah,
I think we figured that out.
I guess maybe I misspoke with social media specifically. Technology
is kind of what I think. Reach.
Yes.
The reach,
yes.
And information. Information is at our fingertips. So now being able to know things allows people to expand their minds. A lot of people will know that when people go to college, they usually come back a different person. Because they gain more knowledge and they gain more perspectives. And that's what technology has done. They allow people to get that without having to leave their house. So now we're in an era where when we have knowledge, we are now not ignorant. We're no longer ignorant.
I mean, speak for yourself, but yeah.
Well,
I am very ignorant. I'm very ignorant, actually.
I will say this. First. If I knew we were going to get this deep, I would have not worn the shirt.
No,
because I want to be taken seriously about what I say about these black issues. And now that I know that we're here, I'm like, oh, I should have wore.
You wore your business shirt.
Well, it was the backyard brunch
I told
party.
you went with your gut.
Yeah, I literally went with my gut, like you said. That was a good joke. So I would have, but saying all that, I would say too, like with social media, it does look like there's bigger platforms. Like the Nazis are not as big as what social media does. You know what I mean? Like there's like a groups of people like, oh man, all these hate groups are rising up. Yeah, they're still there, but that also makes other people that have good ideas rise up. But they're not just saying everything, but like you don't get a good like read on how many people are out there actually about that life.
Well, do not look up Nazi on your phone then, because they will seem to be very big.
But that's the group of social
Don't
media.
do
like,
that. Yeah, but I started looking up cat videos.
Okay.
And because I raised some cats.
Oh, yeah.
And
You
now
don't want
all of a sudden, every video that I look up is a cat video.
Yeah, you don't want that in the algorithm.
Yeah, so you don't want Nazi.
Okay.
Yeah, don't do that, because that conversation may be different. You know, like whatever you're thinking about, whatever you're searching, they will flood that to you, you know, like without you even asking.
So do you think the algorithm is responsible for
the algorithm is responsible for a lot of things, which is the reason why social media is so scary.
Yeah.
Because they feed you think of one thing and they just buffet it to you. You know, they don't allow you to think of other things. They just want you to be like, oh, you like Nazis.
Yeah. Like, oh, it's like, and I'm not trying to be insensitive, but it is like social media herpes. Like if you type it in once, it keeps coming back.
You're stuck with it for
and then
life.
you're like, oh man, like I typed it in that once. Like it was just like one crazy night I was curious about Nazis. I put it in my phone and now I have it.
Yeah, right.
Like,
watch American History X one time.
Yeah. Because like if you like someone's like looking over your shoulder, like, wait, what is that? Like why do you have a swastika? Right. Oh, I can explain.
Last week I was on a podcast.
I was on a podcast and it just kept saying Nazis over and over again. Don't listen to Harder Brunch.
I'm so glad you guys asked me to put my phone on airplane mode.
That's why we asked.
Thank you.
Because we're going to say a lot of buzzwords that we don't agree with.
I'm so glad, man.
And I do want to say I am against Nazis. I haven't said it, but like I disagree with them. Most things I disagree with them.
Okay. All right.
Sharp dressers, however.
Better than me right now. I mean, they have a uniform. Well, maybe not. Take that, N-words. They're the real N-words.
Yeah, they are the N-word.
They're the real N-words.
Yeah, because you don't want it to come up on your phone. You got to say N-words.
Yeah. But that changed my algorithm, too. It's a different algorithm. Not bad.
I'm not even sure how to segue out of that.
Oh, you can do it. Let's just talk about the brunch that we had.
I did want to talk about the brunch. We had a very special event. You came on a very fun day.
Yeah, thanks for having me, by the way.
We did our Backyard Brunch series today. Sold out. We sold out. It was great.
Yay.
Sold out last night.
Everybody, and again, like one of those things about doing collaborations and stuff is just like everything with this show, everything that we do onto our events, like on a broader scope of our events, it's just talented people, whether they're supporting, whether they're coming, whether they're buying a ticket and showing up, or whether they're, helping out, or like, Jake jumping behind the bar or whatever. None of the events that we do would be anything if it wasn't for a group effort of everybody coming together. Right. So like when I'm an idea guy.
Yeah.
But then to actually execute it, I have to make use of like all my talented friends.
Yeah.
And so I don't even like taking credit. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard for one person to take credit for an event, even if it's your name on the fucking billboard.
Yeah, I'll take blame if it went bad.
Right. They same, man. I throw events as well, and I can't do it without the Follow the Money team. You know, with John, Angelo, Pete, everybody, and whoever we bring in, wherever the venue is. Mm-hmm. It's a effort, man. Community for real.
And you guys need to like do some pretty good events. Some pretty partnering with I see partnering with like Angels Envy.
Yeah. Angels Envy is a huge sponsor of the podcast, and we did a we did a bourbon tour, indoor bourbon tour, our last event, where we had 5 different distilleries come in. We had a tasting, and we did a live podcast with James Hinchcliffe, Joey Molinaro, and Dan Kidd. So, I mean, throwing these events, and we get to donate money to a charity that we pick. It's just fun, man.
That's amazing. I know you had Hannah Rushland on one.
We did have Hannah.
And she no longer drinks, but she got a laser etched bottle of Angel's Envy, and I was like, can I have that? Because I know you don't drink,
right?
And I don't want it to be triggering
at all. Did she give it to you?
No, she goes, this is mine.
Because I mean, and it was weird because when she got that bottle, I looked at it and I said, is that all right? And she goes, no, this is cool as hell.
Yeah,
I said,
she was like, this is a cool souvenir. I'm not sharing this with anybody.
Yeah, but I guess when I have an event sponsored by a bourbon, then it's very hard when somebody is, not drinking or I don't want them to be triggered.
Yeah. No, I think she'll keep that forever.
I know. That's the homie.
Yeah.
You didn't listen to her podcast on mine?
What's that?
She was on my podcast too. Like,
I don't need to listen to extra Hannah. I get enough unfiltered Hannah straight from the source.
Hers was really good, man.
Yeah, no, she's blowing up. Like she hit me up yesterday and was like, "I'm going up at the." She's been in the Comedy Cellar and the Comedy Store.
I know.
In the past 3 months.
Right, I know.
Yeah. So
she's way bigger than us, man.
I love her to death. I don't know if I need to listen to her long form.
But
me personally, I think everyone else should.
I feel you. Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, like what people don't know. Never mind. It's fine.
No, say it.
No,
you can't just go, well, people don't know.
I'll save that for the after brunch. It's too spicy.
Okay, all right.
No, I love Hannah. I have nothing bad to say about her. She's never done anything wrong, and so
she's perfect.
I love her.
Oh, I was like, are we canceling Hannah right now? What happened in the last 2 minutes?
No, I love
She's
Hannah.
Great. She's been so successful.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Why does that hate Hannah?
Yeah, I was gonna make a joke, and I realized, she's not here.
Killed a man in the 90s and covered it up.
I wouldn't be surprised. That's her next special. Killed a man in a small town, Indiana.
But yeah, so we did our backyard pop-up event today, and I don't know, like as a guest, I mean, what was your experience like coming in as a guest?
Man, it was very well done. Food was amazing. Who was the guy that did the guitar? Who was that?
So that's a friend of the show,
St. Aubin.
St. Aubin.
Yeah, he's a
shout out him because
local musician.
Not only did he sound good, but he played great music.
Yeah, he played some Michael Jackson.
He sure did. Yeah.
What he played that Billie Jean. I was like, I'm coming over here and ruining the song.
And there was a koi pond.
Yeah.
Yeah, I prayed for a second.
You were over there meditating.
Yeah, I was meditating.
The entire event was pretty much reverse engineered from the koi pond.
Okay.
Like we saw the koi pond and Elliot was like, you guys should do a brunch out here. Like, you should do breakfast by the koi pond. And I was like, that's stupid. And then I was like, well, wait a second. That actually might be cool.
It worked out, man. And you guys, the setup was nice. Like I said, the Handmaid's Tale did a great job.
We did have a white lady help out with getting trash and delivering food.
Yeah.
And you called it Handmaid's Tale, so
she was there of her own free will.
Yeah.
I promise you. No, it was great. I mean, it was a limited number of tickets. We sold out almost exactly the amount of people that I called.
Good.
First dish. Well, Zach, why don't you tell them about it? You started off with the first 2 dishes.
Yeah, no. So I was responsible for the fruit that was on the table when everybody got there.
Dragon fruit. Ooh,
Dragon fruit.
Good
That
job.
was the first time I had that. And
I love dragon
so,
fruit.
I cut open this papaya, and I had some of that, and I didn't like the papaya.
Okay.
It was kind of strange, like funky. But the dragon fruit is delicious.
Delicious.
That is amazing.
I
Everybody was
I
talking
like
about it.
papaya too, but dragon fruit is fire.
Everybody.
I wonder if I didn't get a ripe one or something like that.
I like the papaya.
Oh, was it good?
I liked it, yeah.
Well, I guess maybe that's just,
I liked
just
it.
me. But no. So I did the fruit, and then the other dish I did was the teriyaki glazed shrimp
So good.
on the Spam fried rice.
So good.
And I tell you what, I fell in love with Spam this week.
Okay.
So I was cutting it up. Like, I've never messed with it really. You
Yeah.
know, just more stigma than anything. And I'm eating slice of it as I'm, making stuff, and it's really good. It's a really good thing.
So you're prejudiced against Spam until you tried.
Yeah,
it.
I was Spamist.
You were Spamist.
And I feel like I've had my eyes opened.
Yeah.
He doesn't even check his spam folder. He won't look at it.
Won't even look at it. It's like
Unclean.
It's nasty.
his spam folder is disgusting.
Best email joke of the day. I promise you that. We need more of that.
And then
There was a pool.
that went on to look. So originally it was like I looked at it, and at first it was like thunderstorms, and then it was like 95 degrees, and I was like, oh, this might be rough. But I feel like they were like a nice cloud cover. But someone asked, they were like, hey, we got this baby pool. Should we bring it? And I'm like, I think they think I'm going to say no. And I was like, absolutely, bring a baby pool. I don't know, we'll do something fun.
The pool of our parties have become like the egg of the brunch.
yeah, where's the pool?
There's always like a little pool somewhere at our party.
Oh, did you know where the duck egg was?
Ooh,
where?
that's a good
In the
question.
fried rice.
Really?
Really?
There was a
Absolutely.
duck egg literally in it.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
We always put a slide of secret
I
duck
tell
egg
you,
in.
you made that rice. Mm-hmm. That
Absolutely.
shit was good, man.
That
Thank
was
you so
good.
much.
It was real good. It was none left over.
I think. I mean, you ask him. I don't know.
No, there's some left over.
Yeah, I want some.
We have some to go boxes. We'll get you.
Yeah,
I think
I have
that-
a to-go box, but it has all meat in it.
I see. I always think there's always like a secret winner of like someone came up. Like I think Beth came up to me at the end and was just like, "Are we voting?" I was like, "Voting on what?"
We should vote.
No.
We should always have a vote. We should always have a vote. Who is your favorite person? What was your favorite thing? And who is the worst
I
thing?
was like, you're trying to tear this event apart, lady. What are you talking about? We ain't voting on
I
shit.
love that. What was the favorite song that was playing? Everything. Who's your favorite
But what
host?
was her vote?
Who was the best dressed? I didn't ask. I was like, nope.
Wow.
I don't want to know.
I think we know who that was.
Yeah, it wasn't you. So who was it?
A lot of
Oh,
people.
that
A lot of people were
best dressed.
Yeah.
That.
Oh, best dressed for
Absolutely.
sure.
Yeah, I like that.
I had a
that tank top.
costume changed.
I like
built into
that
it.
tank top, man.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fishnet Summer.
Elliot Rogers Klein, who was gracious enough to provide us with the venue, with the koi pond at his house and everything, and he also made. So he was real excited to make these fermented waffles. Right?
They were,
so,
and there was those
Wait, that
good
had
as
alcohol
well.
in them?
no, I mean, they weren't boozy.
What
but
is a fermented waffle? I tasted it, but it
it was
So
made-
it means the batter was fermented. So like the way like a sourdough would be.
like rise.
Yeah. It like uses yeast to rise.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's got it like in a Cambro with a lid, and it's like burping, like
Okay,
you know,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like
Yeah,
expelling gas and everything, and it's alive, you know, because
Yeah.
like the yeast and stuff in it. And then he had like used a pressure cooker to cook those bananas down, and so it was like he was very excited about this like pressure cooked banana waffle, and it was great.
Another good. It was good.
However, at the end of the event, I was trying to make a to-go plate of nachos, and I thought I thought it looked exactly like the baked beans, and so I got a big thing of tortilla chips, and I just squeezed a bunch of what I thought was baked beans on it, and I was about to like fully load them up too, and then the old Handmaid's Tale was just like, did you mean to put all that banana goop on your chips there? Damn it!
Ah, shit.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No.
Shout out to Handmaid's Tale again.
They did a great job.
Her name's of Alfred, guys. I can't believe you would call her that.
Alfred?
Updike.
And then the main event was the tacos. So we did.
Also amazing. You guys did a great job, man.
We had fun, man.
Yeah,
we had a
great job.
We had a pickle party all week. We pickled a bunch of vegetables, made a bunch of fun sauces and sides and stuff, and then we sous vide a beef knuckle. So that was like
That's why it was so tender, huh?
it was a tougher cut of meat, but we like sous vide it.
That's what the skewers were?
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was fantastic. I
Yeah,
mean, that was
very
like
good.
steak meat,
Yeah, it's very
only
good. Yeah.
knuckle. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
So sous vide that for like 24 hours, and then cooked it up, just seared it off on the grill.
See, I wish you had sent some of this stuff because I was talking with Elliot when I made the menus.
Yeah.
I got a text because I texted him. I said, hey, what's the menu so I can print them up? And he sends a text that just says beef, tofu, pork.
That's
tacos.
very basic. Yeah, it wasn't that basic.
No, it was nowhere near
It
that
wasn't- it
basic.
wasn't
There was
that-
like
no.
7 different pickles.
It was very good, man. And that pork was tender as hell.
The carnitas, it was sous vide as well.
Okay, yeah, very, very tender.
And then and then we played around chimichurri on the tofu, and then like I mean he made like elaborate. It wasn't just like he was like playing around with black vinegar. He made this grapefruit citrus vinegar for I think it was for the jalapenos or something, or for some of the onions.
Yeah.
And but like I also think it's funny, like we nerded out on all that stuff, and then just to be like not say anything about it. Okay, here's some tacos, guys. Like enjoy it. Like I don't want it to be like too much where people are like, what is this? I'm like, no, it's just tacos. It's fine.
It was not just tacos. It was good. Everything in the jars, the meat, fantastic, man.
We had jars that we didn't even know what was in them. They were like, Dyke, what is this? And I was like, oh, that's black vinegar. Then I tried one, and it was just, you know what aquafaba is?
No.
Bean water.
It's just like if you open a can of beans,
Yep.
like that water that's in it, like if you drain that off, it's a protein dense goo.
Oh, okay.
And they use it in like vegan baking, and they use it in like craft cocktails.
Yep.
Because you can like do a lot of stuff with it, but with no other flavoring, it's bean water. And so they just had like a carafe of it for some reason. And it was like almost gonna go out on the table, like the top. And I was like, someone's gonna put this on their taco. And like, what is this?
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't.
I took a big shot of it. I thought it was like a grapefruit simple or something. And I was like, oh yeah, this is that. That's aquafaba.
Sir, this is terrible on my banana nachos.
I will say this is the best Christmas Eve in July I've ever had.
Let's go.
That is the best one I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever done anything? Have you ever done anything for Christmas in July? Like, have you ever done like an event or a party?
Today.
Yeah, today. Yeah.
Today, my first Christmas Eve in July celebration.
I think they're mainly for divorced parents. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you were a kid of a ugly divorce, they're like, let's make this better. Let's just celebrate Christmas in July.
I couldn't get you anything today, Billy, but come July, it's on layaway.
Exactly. Like a grandma or a grandpa died around Christmas, and so they celebrate in July. It's an ugly holiday. I don't celebrate it.
I always thought Valentine's Day should be in the middle of the summer. Like, why do we want to do anything? Like, what are you going to do something romantic when it's cold?
I disagree. I disagree. It's winter time.
Yeah.
One, so you're super cold.
Yeah.
And you're forced to be next to somebody to keep warm.
Okay.
So Valentine's has to be in the winter.
Exactly.
You're talking about cuffing season.
Yes. Well, cuffing season. Valentine's is the pinnacle of cuffing season.
Yes. Halfway out of the darkness.
Every holiday.
You're almost there, guys.
Right. Every holiday is to remind you about what you're forgetting. You understand?
Right.
So like it's cold, you don't want to be next to someone. Oh, I forgot. I need to be in love. Christmas, I'm being a jerk. Like and then all of a sudden, like, wait a second, I need to buy presents for people.
Yeah.
Because you're cold and you're about to like kill somebody.
So wait. Okay, so by that logic, then half Christmas and July should be about hooking up. It should be about a one night stand, right? Because it's the opposite.
That's the clause.
Yeah.
That's the clause.
And then of course I would be remiss if I forgot to mention the Meat King.
Man, I was hoping you would.
Bridget Horan, peace be upon her. Never again. I'll never forget her.
Meat King.
Yeah, a Meat King. She's a baking and pastry chef. She did the dessert for us. She did that boozy popsicle.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The Mai Tai popsicle. She did both boozy and non-boozy
Which
versions.
I did not know she did. And I saw one of my friends, I'm not going to say his name, but Dustin, he doesn't drink. He doesn't drink anymore. And I see him like going downtown on this popsicle.
Yeah.
But he could have had a non.
He was going down.
I didn't know there was a
popsicle.
non. So I was scared. I was like, oh, I got to drop kick this dude. Like, this guy's going like, he's falling off the wagon in front of my eyes. I've never seen that.
Dude,
so I about to go punch him. Like, I got to slap that. And he's like, oh, fat is okay.
That would be the shittiest relapse ever. Like, what brought you back here to charter? Well, I had this popsicle.
He's just like, this is why
Everybody run! He's off the wagon! Get out here! Go!
That'd be terrible.
Just chasing the ice cream man down the street.
That'd be the lamest way to go off the wagon.
Yeah.
A popsicle.
This sucks. Okay.
We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna be right back. Hi, and welcome back to the Harder Brunch Podcast. We're talking to Stretch. Stretch, were you an athlete when you were in school?
I was. I played in college. Played basketball. From LA. Did a lot of basketball. But growing up, my parents were into education. Mm-hmm. I was taught politics growing up.
Okay.
That was. My parents were not the athletic type. I just happened to be a really huge dude, and I used that to take care of myself for my future. Mm-hmm. But I am a servant, is what I am. So I don't like to call myself an athlete. An athlete was a means for me to get where I am.
Okay,
but I'm a servant because I educate myself. I like to be aware of my surroundings. I like to know what's going on. I like to educate others, and I like to bring people in to what I'm doing. So I don't like to be labeled an athlete at all. Even though I wear the uniform of an athlete.
Yeah,
right.
You know what I mean? Every
give
day
it your all while you're there.
Yeah, yeah. Like every single day of my life, somebody asked me what sport I played.
Right.
Every single day, all day, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. But I am so much more than what I look like.
Yeah. By your answer, I feel like I could whoop your butt in basketball match.
I agree.
You understand?
I totally.
And because at first it's like I can't beat him, but like after you said that,
Yeah.
And after I don't need to bring this up.
I
on
know.
the podcast.
I know what you're about.
I don't need to bring this up, but like Dustin Burkert, we
Yeah.
whipped your butt in cornhole, right?
In my defense,
demolished you.
demolished. You and Dustin are the pinnacle of male superiority. In my defense,
Yeah.
if anybody knows me,
Yeah.
they're gladiators. You guys, when you guys stepped up, I knew I was going to lose. Me and Jo knew.
Yeah,
but we wanted to do our part.
Yeah.
And we just wanted to participate.
Right.
I
he barely did that. And so which is okay. I mean, it was a game. It was like, well, do they know what game this is? I don't want to talk crap. I don't need to talk crap. We won, and that's...
We actually have Thad tested for performance enhancing drugs.
I think he should be tested every week.
Yeah.
So it was unfair. You guys whooped us.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
And I'll say this for anybody else who wants to try to beat Dustin and I in cornhole. It's not going to happen.
Oh, you're just putting the challenge out there.
I'd put money on it.
Oh, okay,
Oh.
all right.
And I'm not a gambler, but I'd put money on it.
Oh.
I don't know if that's true.
Hey, he did not want to put money on it, and then Dustin went and whooped my ass the first toss, and then Dad goes, "Can we put money on this now?" He was like, "You guys want to start? You guys want to bet?"
I had to ask because he put 4 in the hole. I was like, "Oh, we're gonna win this."
He was like, do you guys want to put money on it now? We can.
We can if you want to.
I was
Just
like,
make it
"Nah,
fun."
bro, that's 16."
I didn't know Dustin was a ringer.
Dude, I knew. That's why I was like, Dustin, you're gonna be my partner. Dustin has it in him. Dustin, never mind. I'm not going to tell stories about Dustin.
Do you do that often? Where you bring stuff up and then you just say, nah, let's just not talk about it. I have a great. No, that's not. Yeah, let's not do that.
I may or may have
known
not.
for that?
Okay, I'll just say it. I'll say it because people want to know that. Partially my MO. I always tell people.
Yeah.
But like behind the paywall, I'm trying to get people to subscribe to the Patreon. Right?
Yes.
The Patreon now is going great. And so I was like, I do want people to hear the secrets, the fun stuff behind it, because
it's where we bury the juicy stuff.
That makes sense.
Yeah. It's $3 a month. I think we got some people to sign up today.
Yeah, you did.
But it's like we have impressions, we have people play games, we've had shot callers on here.
Okay.
I mean, there's crazy stuff. Go ahead.
You guys
no, you tried to talk somebody out of their gambling addiction. Back into their gambling addiction, rather.
I did do that. And
today?
No, last week.
You just have to hear on the
we had someone that was like literally had a gambling problem. Dad was just talking about how awesome gambling was. He's like, when you go into a casino and the air is just different, it just hits you. It was just like,
I was just saying facts about casinos.
Yeah.
They were both literally at the end. They were both just twitching. What was going on? They riled
totally
each other
understood
up.
what you were talking about.
I mean, we did go on break, and he kind of asked me like, are you what are you trying to do tonight? I was like, oh, I feel bad, but maybe we could go.
Damn.
So if you'd like to see Thad knock somebody off the wagon of gambling, then only $3.
That's what I do. I'm an enableizer.
Very fair.
I try to enable people.
Very fair.
To be free.
You save the good stuff for Patreon.
Yes,
I like that. I think I'm gonna try that actually, because we want to do some live stuff.
Yeah. We still have not done a live actual podcast yet. I think that's our next one of our next events.
Yeah, that's our next venture. We want to try to do something live, and I think right, JL, we're gonna do it on Patreon maybe. Yeah, I want to do something live, but it has to be very significant.
Yeah,
like whoever I have on is going to be a very significant guest for it to be on Patreon. And live.
And live, yeah.
And live, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's something about doing events that I think also like a lot of the people that I just interact with on day-to-day kind of already have like an event, catering event, some sort of background in that.
Yeah.
And so I already surround myself with people that I'm like, if you put all of our years of experience together, it'd be like 100 years. And so
you're doing it like a law firm. Over 150 years of catering experience with Dyke and Dykes.
Because that's how people do math.
It'd be like 100 years.
But again,
oh my God.
These collaborations and stuff, I like everyone that came out today, I was thinking about it and kind of Zach was making jokes about it, but we didn't put much out as far as details on what the food was going to be. It was
but you shouldn't though.
There's going to be 5 courses, so everyone that came out was willing to spin the wheel, and everybody either was just somebody co-signed on us, or they showed up and they were like, oh, I know you guys are gonna. I don't even care what it is. It's gonna be good. And but doing those events, we do some fun stuff here, and we'll do stuff to kind of play around with bringing people in and doing stuff, but there's something about just going out and doing it, and then people will come to these pop-up events too, and they'll be like, "You guys have a podcast?" That's why I was like Zach, or I was like Thad, you have to say something, because we've done events before and people I don't think had any clue. They were just came in for the food or whatever.
But that's dope though.
Yeah,
you want people who don't know who the fuck you are.
I like doing both. I mean, honestly, we're to the point now where every Sunday we do a pop-up restaurant and a TV show. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like 2 of the hardest things to do every Sunday. So even doing this event was just kind of I think Zach and I were kind of we do this every week. It was a slightly larger scale. There was a little bit more to it than on the average, but hey
man, for real though, that brunch was the shit.
Yeah,
it was dope, bro. I don't know the projection, if you're gonna do it every month or what, but I mean, the vision that I throw events. So
Yeah.
I'm looking at what y'all did, and I'm like, bruh. I'm looking at how y'all set it up. I'm like, so much can happen with that, bro. Like,
absolutely. Like
that was good.
I had people leaving, and they kept saying like, "Hey, I'd want this in my backyard." And I was like, "Oh yeah, we should do that in your backyard." And then like another person like, "Hey, I'd have this in my backyard." Like there's like 3 or 4 different people that were like, "Please, let's have this in my backyard next time."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh, that'd be interesting." Like a tour of the backyard,
like an adopt a brunch kind
Adopt
of
a
thing.
brunch,
The way you adopt a highway.
Yeah.
My thing is like I like the space that we kind of exist in for like events and stuff is like I like doing things that not necessarily everybody else is doing. Not that no one's ever done a pop-up before.
Right.
But like I mean we'll kind of do these one-off
But a
things.
pop-up brunch is something very unique.
Yeah, well like and then
pop-up
doing
brunch.
it like in a backyard with a koi pond and stuff, it just like that's not something I'm like, oh,
Live
man,
music.
Yeah,
like,
that's
I mean, come on, dog.
so overdone.
The
People are
only
doing
thing,
this
the
all
only thing
time.
I would have was a DJ after, or during, like you know. So DJ goes live music stops, the DJ goes back on. You know what I mean? Like, but every time you do something, you scale it the next time. You know what I mean? Like you use that to say next time we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
You know, and you guys have the platform, bro. Like
I like doing things that I don't see other people doing a lot of. You
Absolutely.
know, like, and we did a meat cake event where we just
meat cake.
Yeah, so we so we did it
like a cake of meat.
We did we've done it for the past 2 years. First we did it kind of just in the house.
Yeah.
And there was so much meat cake at the end of it.
But
it
what
was
the fuck is a meat cake?
You said it. It was a cake made out of meat. Yeah, 100%.
Is that good?
For the first year, I made a giant crab cake.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
he made a crab cake.
A crab cake is something that I've heard of.
It was like the size of a
I never heard of a fucking meat cake, bro.
He made a crab cake the size of a hubcap.
Damn.
And had all kind of like, and it had like steak and stuff on top of it. Like it was ridiculous.
That's why Bridget's the meat king, because she won this past year. I won the first year.
Yep.
She won the next year.
Yep.
And Dyke got last each year.
Okay.
I mean, that's not 100% true.
That's not, last year, I don't like talking crap.
I did not get last. Yeah.
Right.
Are you going to just talk shit about another person?
No, I got second to last.
Oh, that's not nice.
No,
they're not even in the room.
No, I'll say it. There was a team that half of them showed up.
So they started at 50%.
Yeah, they started at 50% and they sucked.
But they did 100% of that
lost.
50%.
I don't care what they did. They got last place.
Whoa. So this meat cake is a competition?
Oh, yeah.
So it's a
So
competition.
you build a cake of meat.
Yeah,
Yes.
the world champions of meat cakers.
I mean, there's no
meat cakers.
There's no one else in the world. I think we're literally the governing body of it. Yeah, actually.
We are the kings of it.
meat
Yeah.
cakers.
So we sold out Almost Famous. A lot of people came from Ohio.
Why haven't I heard of the meat cake competition?
Well, you'll be there next year.
I do.
Oh my God, you should be one of the judges.
I'll definitely be a judge on the meat caker.
We're getting.
Dude, you're not king anymore, so you can't just.
I'm like a prince.
I know. I'm a host. I get like a little bit to
He's
say.
bestowing me.
Yeah. I mean, I think that'd be cool. You put your name in the running, but we can't just. You're not king anymore. Bridget can say that. Bridget can make that rule.
Okay.
But no, yeah. If you go back on our Instagram, you can see
I'm gonna do that for
some
real.
amazing pictures. But yeah, like these. So like Bridget Rand is a baking and pastry chef, right?
Okay.
So like,
Where does she work at? Does she?
She works at Pots and Pans Indy right now.
Okay.
But she's worked at a lot of different places, and like she made an amazing. I mean, honestly, they're all amazing. Like,
Yep.
We had Chef Alan Sternberg, who's a friend of the show. He's like James Beard nominated chef.
Oh, okay.
And he did a cake that was so like technical, like chef technical, that I think it went over everybody's heads.
Yeah.
That's one way to say it.
And then,
Or it was nasty.
Well, he did like this mirror glaze.
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah,
it was-
yeah.
Honestly, that Jack Link crust was one of my favorite things I've had all
Yeah.
year. It was
Link.
really fantastic.
It was amazing.
Beef jerky crust.
It was
Yeah.
kind of like the same thing that happened today, where it's just like all this technique went into it, and then but like he actually tried to explain it to people, and they didn't get it. I was just like, here's some tacos. Like we're not gonna. It's fine. It's gonna be good.
When is the next meat thing?
We'll probably be doing it in February. It's a winter sport.
Okay.
You know, for us. Yeah.
Everybody knows it's a winter sport. It's a winter. Obviously, meat caking is a winter sport.
Eat 5 meat cakes in the summer. It's fucking ridiculous.
Constipated in there. Like, shit.
It's a hibernation sport. For hibernating.
Meat caking.
Yeah, and so like the first year we just did it in the house. The second year we sold out Almost Famous. I think we have to go bigger this year. And
Yeah,
like
we do.
there also needs to be there's going to be a Shyamalan twist this year. I'm not sure exactly what it is.
Can I just say what I've been thinking for a while? I don't think you guys are going to do it.
Okay.
There's a very beautiful picture of Eddie Murphy and these semi-nude white ladies laying down.
Okay.
And there's food over top of them. And this is a thing I think they do.
The sushi.
Yeah.
right?
What is it called?
Well, I thought you and me were going to do that. We were going to do a partnership. I was going
Do
to.
you still want to do that at some point?
I mean,
you guys
I don't
gonna
know
get
why
nude
you're
and
talking
there's
about
gonna-
it now.
And there's going to be sushi on
Well,
it?
no, Thad was going to
They're
be the
damn
meat
near
cake.
nude right now.
Yeah.
You already told me you had an idea.
You were my idea. You were my muse.
Well, I was a food muse. But anyways, yeah, I wanted to lay down and then have the food on top of me, and then people could pick the food off of me.
Okay. That's been done before.
I don't think you're thinking that through of how awful
No, you
that's
could be.
gonna
No. It's probably a good idea.
You need a Brazilian wax.
Yeah. Don't talk him down from this. He could just be in the entryway when people come in, like, to welcome
like hors d'oeuvres.
everybody.
Hors d'oeuvres
Exactly.
As a person
Exactly.
who hates being tortured by time.
That's common. I've seen food served off of people
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
You've
no.
been to those restaurants?
No, it's not a restaurant, brother. Ain't no restaurant. Ain't no restaurant, brother.
Wasn't exactly licensed, if you know what I'm saying.
Nah, man. Ain't no restaurant.
I don't want to think too much about it. I just want to do
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
I think I just need to throw myself
Don't let him
into
talk
it.
you down from this. Dyke's just being a
Nah,
wet
he
blanket.
needs to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't need to be all the way nude.
Exactly.
No, I think
We'll talk you down.
Nah, bruh. Nah.
No, I mean obviously I'll have my underwear, my pants off. The bottom part will be nude.
Yeah.
But like I don't need to have my nipples showing or
Sure.
anything.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Yeah.
gonna be laying down, or you're gonna be
So
face.
should I be laying flat down or face up?
I think like a
Face down, ass up.
face down, ass up. Yeah, that's what I would say. Like a massage table type.
This is a poo-poo platter.
Yeah.
Poo poo platter.
like you're presenting, you're presenting the food though.
Okay, part of this seems illegal.
You can fall asleep easier on your face.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna drink a whole bunch of
You want to fall
NyQuil.
asleep. You want to fall asleep. You
I'll
don't.
be
Want to,
the
you
s-
don't want to be awake when people picking
Right.
food off of you now.
The snoring platter.
You're right. Go to sleep.
So how do we do a collab? How do we do something?
You know what I've thought about this already because with you, Thad, and Dustin and Hannah, I've wanted to host a comedy show.
Okay.
Okay.
I've really wanted to host one.
You got some
Apology
jokes?
Money. No. I
just a host.
don't have jokes. I'm just a host, man. Like,
Okay.
Like I just want to. I can
Like
bring out.
you want to put on.
I want to put on a
okay.
comedy show.
But you're not actually going to go on stage and tell jokes.
Nah, I can't do that.
I mean, I feel like you.
I respect the game so much, man. I respect
like
the
that.
game. I respect the game. Like I love comedy. I love live comedy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but I love it so much that I do really want to. I want to throw a comedy show.
Yeah.
And I haven't come to you guys yet because I don't have it down the way that I want, and that's the only reason. I've thought about it for years. Like I know that we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do it. But
You've seen all of us perform before.
yeah. I've seen all you guys perform, and
And you still like
be a-
comedy.
Not like Red Flag. I mean, to me, I feel like I'm family to y'all.
Oh,
like,
yeah,
y'all are my family, and I will 100% have we'll do our collaboration will be a comedy show.
Okay.
but I want to do it. I want to do it to where it kind of incorporates my events as well.
Yeah.
Where it's like we'll have food, we'll have a DJ. It'll be a grand party.
Cops.
yeah, arrest. There'll be arrest happening. I've never been to one of those.
People getting black bags.
Yeah.
Like,
I've
taken
heard of
out,
them.
people getting taken out in vans.
Yeah, we want naked people eating food off. Yeah, we want to serve. We want to serve people off naked. Serve food off naked people.
Yeah. I'm here for it.
Hey man, let's do it.
I've, you know, I don't want to sound sexist. If this comes out sexist, I don't want it to. But I've never seen the gentleman being eaten the food off of.
I see what you're doing here.
Yeah,
That's not sexist.
Where have you seen it done the other way?
I mean, like typically, it's like I've never been to the places in Stretch. I don't get those kind of invites.
In my defense, there was a male and a female.
Oh, there was?
It's all inclusive.
Yeah. Oh, it's both.
Usually on TV. Usually I've just
Wait, what station is this?
PBS. It's like something. It's always like a. It's always
It's like something a gang boss does in a
it's
Marvel movie.
always something like a Yakuza boss.
Yeah.
They eat off the woman and somebody gets shot up.
Yeah.
Right. Honestly, I only want to do that in front of my haters. Like, I don't need to do it in front of my friends and family. But like, if someone's coming, like, we got to discuss something, come down to the basement. And then I'll have somebody.
But it is funny.
Yeah, like, what if you were eating it off the mob boss and they're like, why are we here? And then they sit up and they're like, well, the reason I brought you all here.
What
like a mob boss?
Yeah, the mob boss is who you're eating the sushi off of. Yeah,
They would never.
that's
They would
a
never.
flex.
They
Yeah,
would never
exactly.
do that. The
That
mob
is a
boss will
flex.
never do that.
It is funny because
Too
like
insecure.
when you think about like eating like delicate food off of a woman, like you're eating like sashimi off of a woman, like that sounds sensual. But if
I'd be
if
eating cold cuts off of Thad.
Yeah, if you're eating like a ham sandwich out of Thad's ass, like that it doesn't sound as sensual.
Sandwich.
You made that sound gross.
We'll put Subway on that.
Okay. I don't like this. This makes me look bad. I want there to be nice stuff, like not ham sandwich. We're not. This isn't Arby's. You understand?
We'll put cold cut combo.
There we go.
You're not gonna go Jimmy John's?
Just a French dip off the back of your head.
He's dipped in gravy.
Now I don't want nothing brown coming off Thad's body, bro. Nah,
Thank you.
I'll pass.
This is supposed to be classy.
I'm sorry. What did you see the menu as? No, you, Thad. What did you see the menu
on
as?
top of me?
Yeah.
I'm talking pastrami.
Okay, that's a cold cut. That's you didn't make it better.
I'm talking fondue.
Oh, you got hot cheese.
Hot cheese.
Guys, don't be ridiculous. I just want a cauldron of bubbling hot cheese on my naked body.
Time out. The cheese is for me. It's the bidet. It's the bidet. But the cheese is for me. It's just gonna be there. All right.
The cheese is gonna harden and you're gonna do a wax.
Yeah. There you go. I think a lot of people right now listening are like, this sounds delicious.
That's probably what they're thinking.
I agree.
It doesn't need to be me. I think you're right. There needs to be all inclusive. There needs to be women. There needs to be men. There needs to be everybody. So it can't just be me.
Just a line of people.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
He's been to these places, so we need to take tips from him.
Leave me out of
I don't
this.
know.
It's like,
Let's leave me out of this.
how do I walk this back? What has been seen can never
we
be
tone
unseen.
it down? Patreon.
This
wanna,
is the
yeah,
Patreon
we're gonna finish this conversation on Patreon. $3,
There you
right?
go,
You guys said it's
$3.
$3. Yeah.
Stretch, what would you say if I asked you what you're passionate about? What would you say your passion is?
That's very simple for me, man. And I know the tone of the show is not ready for this, but I'm passionate about equality, man. I'm very passionate about people having equal rights, and that's every human being. And I can't stress it enough. My platform is for me to allow myself to speak in a way that I could express my perspective, and reach somebody and maybe open the eyes of someone who never heard it the way that I said it, So I'm very passionate about equality, man. That I can't say it enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Yeah.
What's been the hardest thing or the biggest surprise you've had since you started doing the podcast that like some hit you wrong or took you off guard or just you weren't ready for?
The biggest surprise about the podcast is how welcoming I've been here in this city. Coming from California, very, very liberal state. And I like to say that I'm not liberal or conservative. I might lean a little liberal because of how I feel and how I was raised. But I don't like labels. I don't like to be put in a box. But I have a lot of friends who are extreme conservative or extreme liberal, whatever you want to call it. But everyone is very well received with how I present my message. So my podcast is just my voice. You know, and I'm willing to listen to everybody. I want everybody to hear a different perspective. My biggest thing is there's nothing in my life that is set in stone. You know, like nothing that I believe is what I'm gonna go to my grave with. I want to be proven wrong every day.
That's so good.
Yeah. I want to be proven wrong. I want my mindset to change every day because I don't want to be ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Like. I want people to make sure that I change my mind because of what they told me. You know, so I'm willing to have those conversations, which is why I started my podcast.
That's really good. I mean, I don't know. It's difficult because a lot of people aren't open to that, and that's like a dream world. That's like the utopia of what you're saying, but you do need people to push that forward, and it's. I don't know if it takes a steady hand or just a lot of patience, because like you're going to come across a lot of people that have different ideas or different mentalities, but like if you could have that, you know, that piece and saying like, this is what I believe, this is my truth, and I am open to hear what you have to say. I remember I was talking to someone that was getting really mad about tearing down the statues, and we were at this bar, and she's like, I can't believe that people are tearing down these racist statues. She didn't say that, but like why are we tearing down generally, you know, in black neighborhoods? And I just like explained it, and I talked to her, and like I saw someone be open for the first time because I told my truth. I wasn't getting mad at her,
right?
But I was like, this is where I'm at. This is how I grew up, and this is how it makes me feel.
Yep.
And then she like kind of just stopped, and she's like, you know what? Like, I never thought of it that way. And like, that's what you need. You need a gentle tone sometimes to be like, all right, I'll listen to you, and this is where I'm at.
Yep.
And then if someone still wants to go against that without empathy, then they're going to probably be on that side.
Yeah, you know? I agree. And when it comes to stuff like tearing down statues, a lot of people would think that I agree with that. And I do. I think those monuments, those Confederate monuments should come down, but I don't think they should go away.
Yeah.
Because you can't hide from history, bro.
Right.
Like, we got to test for that shit.
Right.
Like, we need a museum that says, these motherfuckers did this last.
Yeah, exactly.
They did that.
Right.
But we don't need to walk in the park and see it.
Yeah. Right.
We should choose to go to a museum that says, this is what happened in these years that, you know, America decided that some people were not equal. So this is what we did, and these are the people that we thought were heroes at one time. So don't destroy them. Just take them down, put them somewhere that we can choose to go and show people our history. It's a part of our history.
It's like, I'm not trying to get rid of history, but it's like, and what we need to still have that history taught. Like, like I don't want there to be black and white drinking fountains, but I still want that in the textbooks so we can read about what was happening.
I don't want anything that happened to be erased.
Yeah.
I just want it to be a place that we can choose to look at it and choose to learn about it.
Yeah.
I don't want it in my face.
Yeah.
I don't want Lee in my face.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him.
I think they should get rid of Lee, but I think they should leave all the horses up. I don't think the horses did anything wrong.
Just take them all. Take them.
The Confederate horses.
Here stands Buttercup. Yeah. She didn't do nothing.
Buttercup didn't do
Confederate
nothing.
horses.
Hey, but hey,
They got dragged into some stuff that they didn't really have a decision to
who to say them horses wasn't racist though? Hey, I say take them all down and just sort them out in the museum, bro. Like,
I'm going to be honest. I am going to be very honest right now. I know for a fact with the horses, all of them said nay to any racism,
which is an N-word, you know. Go ahead and drop a beat, Zach. We're not getting any better than that. Stretch, where can people find you and follow you on social media? Keep up with everything.
Follow D Money Pod all the time. Follow D Money Podcast on Facebook. We have followdmoney.com. You can follow me on any platform, man. Like, we're everywhere.
Doing big things.
Yes, sir.
That is Jake.
Thanks for having me, fellas.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a lot of fun. Instagram and Twitter at Thad McKee. That's THADMCKEE. Find that and you won't trouble me.
Zach Roan.
Yeah, you can find me at Zach_Roan on all social media. Also, check out our Patreon, only $3 every month, and you get all of the best conversations after the best conversations of our regular brunch.
I'm at Dyke Michaels on all social media. Man, it's been a great day. I feel like my belly's full, my heart is full. Thank you guys, all of you that came out and supported our pop-up. Thank you guys so much. It was really great, and I can't wait till we do our next big event. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.